Hello guys, scenthound here today with the raid battle of the raids. What are the famous raids in world history? Well, if you follow soccer or European football, shall I call it that? You got the Red Devils, Manchester United, you got Liverpool and all that. So red is always one of the, of course you got Ferrari. Ferrari is all about red. Talking about Ferraris, why is a Ferrari perfume not inside here? Well, that's a very simple reason, because Ferrari like to slap the red color on lots of their perfumes, and so it not necessarily reflects the red spirit of the perfume. Okay, so yeah, that you can take that as a good reason. Okay, now when talk about battle of the raids, when raid is warning sign, raid is aggressiveness, raid is danger, and it can be quite a masculine kind of energy in the color red. So and perfumers make a perfume in red color, so we expect a kind of a strong kind of a smell, right? Or strong masculine kind of a strength and confidence, and all these are the words that come to mind. So now these three red perfumes have or reflect three different dimensions of the male red perfumes, right? If you are somewhat budget conscious and you are maybe a bit of a younger age, then this Dunhill Desire for Men, the red one, Dunhill Desire Red, would be a great choice. And this is a perfume that's been around for quite a while, for a lot of years. Exactly which year it sort of eludes my mind right now, but it's been around for years. And it opens with apple, lemon, neroli, bergamot, made of rose, teakwood and patchouli, and a base of vanilla and musk. Okay, that's for the Dunhill right there. So kept thinking about what draws me to this scent. Initially, I thought there's some kind of betel nut or that kind of thing inside there. But when I thought more deeply about it, when I had a look at the ingredients, I think that beautiful smell, and one thing about this, a side note, lots of memories, guys, with this during college. Lots of bittersweet memories, some good times, some bad times, and all that. We had all the bro thing going on. All the gym guys would say, bro, this is the bro, this is the perfume, bro, this is the killer one, bro, just wear this and everything is gonna be great, bro. So some people told me that back in the day. But putting that thing aside, this is a nice perfume. It's just good. It's a good perfume, that's all. The note blending, and so I think what's unique about this is that blending of rose and the citrus. I think that's what it's about. It's not any very exotic oriental spice as I initially sort of thought. It's more of a beautiful blending of the lemon, bergamot, apple, and rose. Okay, and that's what I think gives it that unique kick. The other thing, like teakwood, patchouli, vanilla musk, all I think are playing around in the background. They're not so jumping at you. Okay, but yeah, good perfume, good value for money. Okay, so if you're a young person, if you're someone on a budget, you want to just buy some supermarket brand which smells all chemically and all that, so you can go for this. Of course, niche brands go for original, supposedly, right? Original smell, original product, and so on. But even in synthetic and whatnot, you got everything has grades of quality, right? Okay, so if you go for the supermarket, the cheapest of the cheapest, it's like volatile compounds, and I don't know what you're going to do to your nose and your health if you keep inhaling those things. So yeah, this is reasonable within it's certain price range, and it's not horrible, right? So I think for budget conscious, this is just a great choice, personally, I think. Now coming to the legend Fahrenheit. In any field, whether music, movies, or what, there's a spectrum, right? You will have that mainstream products which are not too run of the mill. There's a tinge of uniqueness, and yet they are sort of popular. Okay, that means they're not crass commercial, but they got certain originality, but within the box of popularity. For example, like Christopher Nolan movies, his Batman movies and all, right? They are commercial products, but they got a bit of that auteur style as well. Okay, so there's the middle ground. So I would put Fahrenheit at one of those things. It's a mainstream product, mainstream, like in music, you got pop music, then you got all the more serious, hardcore musicians, indies, underground, that only those crazy fans go for, right? And then there's the watered down, weekly pop hits, right? And then there's some which are mainstream music, but they still have some energy of the underground or cult music. Okay, so Fahrenheit falls into that middle category. It's mainstream, if you ask me. For many years, 1988 is when this was launched by two perfumers under the Dior brand, and its notes is quite typical of the era, whereby they put in a bunch of things. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be breathless if I go through everything, but here it goes anyway. Opens with lemon, bergamot, hawthorn, mandarin orange, chamomile, lavender, cedar, nutmeg, and then goes on to the middle of jasmine, honeysuckle, carnation, lily of the valley, violet leaf, nutmeg, cedar, sandalwood, and ends with a base of leather, vetiver, tonka bean, musk, patchouli, and amber. Okay, so what gives it its uniqueness? I suspect the leather, the nutmeg, the violet, the sort of, you see a heavy dose of nutmeg here, both in the opening and the mid, sort of give it that mysterious petrol or gas kind of or tarry kind of a dirty kind of a vibe which men love, and they can't put their finger on what they love about it. But whether women do or not, men definitely adore this. When I first smelled this, right, Fahrenheit, back many years ago, probably 90s, I felt like, okay, oh, so this is how luxury perfume smell like, because it's like, it felt very posh and very unique, very interesting. And one of the things in my life is that usually whenever I come across things, I don't know, it's coincidence or what, I usually get the creme de la creme first. Maybe because they're popular and they're widely available, so when you first go to them, like for example comic books with Kingdom Come, for example, with the art by Alex Ross, right? That's one example right there. Or music, for example, when Guns N' Roses were hot and all that, those Metallica, Queen, or rap is whatever, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. A lot of the your first exposure usually is to the best because they are popular and they're widely available and so on. So as you explore longer and longer in that particular field, whether it's music, whether it's perfume, whatever, you find that to get the hit, like a drug addict, right, who enjoys so much that first few things, be it a novel by Mark Twain or music by Metallica, Guns N' Roses, or art or comic by the Alan Moore and wherever it is, you keep looking for the next hit, and then you find like, oh my god, then you rummage through so many comics, you might rummage through so many perfumes, you might rummage through so many cars, if you like cars, and to find that hit again, that thing that drew you in the first place. And then you find that, wow, that you have to travel so long before maybe you find another original cool product, right? So but some people like the hunt, the journey of it and all, discovering things and all that. So and then much later, Fahrenheit, I once smelled Bulgari. I can't often remember the name. This is a Bulgari Gemma, I think Gemma something. It's the expensive Bulgari line where it costs about $1,000 or more. Where Tiger comes to mind, but that's not the one which had the leather one. It's a lot of very strong, very cool leather that was like really wow. That really went deep into my nose, man. That one, but the name eludes me. That is somewhat similar to the Fahrenheit. So I think maybe the leather nutmeg combo is giving that petroleum feel that people talk about, or the tarry feel people talk about. Anyway, it's just my suspicion, but forget about all analyzing it too much left brain, just spray it on, wow, it's nice, then you want to rock it. Enjoy it, guys, enjoy it. Okay, so Fahrenheit is that. It's a bit more mid-tier pricing compared to your Dunhill. All right, it's a designer, upper level designer Dior, right, higher level designer product. And so that's that. You might want to graduate from Dunhill, you might want to graduate to your Fahrenheit over time as you go up further in the ranks of your work. And this, now we're going to niche land, niche products, niche brands. This is a more affordable niche, I would say. You know how people, you see all the frackets complain on every time in the forums and everywhere about how the originals always reformulated, diluted. So the designer houses have the bad habit of oftentimes coming out with dozens of flankers and diluting the original, and all this nonsense goes on, right? And you keep saying that, oh, how I wish I had that original first. perfume, the first that concentration and that. So Mancera is that brand that you always wished for, a brand where the notes are, a lot of notes are thrown in, the notes are of good quality, the notes last long and all that. Now how long can Mancera maintain this, I honestly don't know, because once more and more mainstream people start getting into it, you'll find that all the other commercial interests come into play, and they might be pressurized to start diluting and messing about with their product. But for now they're doing a good job. In the future, no, it's anybody's guess. So if you found that you've graduated from these and you're getting more interested in perfumes, you want to check out more advanced stuff, then you can come to this, but with a big caveat. Now remember, red tobacco is quite a strong projection, decently moderate longevity perfume, and it's opinion dividing. I repeat, guys, it's opinion dividing. Okay, so make sure you test it on your nose, and if you bring a friend along, just ask him to see how it, when they smell it on your skin, does it sort of go along with your image, your work and so on, or does it look like some weird standout thing that you're wearing that's like distracting and not so great. So you want to think about that. If you're working in a very conservative office cubicle environment, this might definitely raise a few eyebrows. Okay, so this is definitely for advanced users, I would say. The opening for me was a bit of a shock in the nose too, and I started associating with lots of very traditional elderly people who chew tobacco and who have lots of herbal smells coming off of them, right? Not something I imagine as a sophisticated executive type of a smell. But once the dry down starts to come in, then it becomes much more, how to say, much more elegant, much more subtle and more pleasant. So lots of caveat there. But if you're bored, you've done all the perfumes, you've been there, done that, you're at a certain age in your life where you're ready to experiment, then, and you are a person with lots of confidence who can rock it, then yes, you can ride this perfume, or it will ride you. All right, now what does it contain? It opens with cinnamon, agarwood, saffron, incense, nutmeg, apple, green apple, white pear, right? Then a mid of patchouli and jasmine, base of vanilla, tobacco, amber, sandalwood, guaiac wood, Hawaiian vetiver. Okay, so that's the spectrum of it. So there you go, guys. 3 perfume, 3 price levels. This one is quite decent for a niche. It's about US dollar $110-$120 for a 125 milliliter bottle. So make of that what you will. So more or less 3 price point, more or less 3 levels of sophistication. All are good. All depends on your nose and your budget, of course. So I hope you enjoyed my discussion of these rate battles. And if you want me to pick a winner, I would say, as I told you earlier, that this is more of where it varies based on your budget as well as your age and nose and all that. But for me, it's gonna be a close battle between these two. Okay, close battle between these two. Love them both because I got a lot of memories with them as well. But if I have to really choose, I think by a narrow margin, really narrow margin, it will be Fahrenheit by Dior. Yeah, I think it's a bit more polished. Okay, so this is the winner this time. Okay, with that I end the battle of the rates. I end the battle of the rates. Do you want any featuring, like your rap songs and all? Do you want any featuring? Remember back in the day we had this movie. Can't remember the movie. There was this crime caper where you had all these justice something. You had all these rock group and rap groups collaborating. Who were Aerosmith and Run DMC and all these people. And then I used to hear that music. It was like awesome when they fused in a very beautiful way. So that's why featuring is always there. Like, so okay, there's another red perfume here, right? But this is a female perfume, a lot of flowery thing and all. It's just the color red, so I think it's not fair to put this Joe inside. Then there's another red color, Prada, and I also don't think it represents the spirit of the red that I'm going after in this video so much. So I thought, nope. If you have any other red colored perfume that you think really would be worthy of a red battle, do put in the comment section, and if I have a chance, I will put them and do a bigger Battle of the Reds Part 2, guys. Okay, thank you, take care, do comment, stay safe, much love from Scenthound.